I 32F discovered 2 months ago that my husband 41M has been having an affair. When I found out who the other woman was, I felt like my entire reality shattered. Last night was his company's annual charity gala, and I made a decision that has my entire family calling me vindictive and cruel. But honestly, after what I discovered, I think they got off easy. I stood at the microphone during my husband's company gala and said congratulations to the CEO and his longtime mistress before revealing that the mistress was my own mother and they'd been sleeping together for 6 years, 2 years longer than our marriage. I'm 32 years old, and 2 months ago, I found out that the two people I loved most in the world have been betraying me since before I even said I do. Let me start from the beginning because this is going to sound insane. I met Marcus when I was 27. He was 36. Successful CEO of a tech company. Confident. Charming. Everything I thought I wanted in a partner. We met at a networking event. I was working in HR for a mid-sized firm trying to make connections, and he approached me. We talked for 2 hours. He asked for my number. We went on our first date 3 days later. 6 months of dating. He was attentive and romantic and made me feel like the most important person in his world. Flowers delivered to my office. Surprise weekend getaways. Thoughtful gifts. My mom loved him immediately. That should have been my first warning sign. My mom, Patricia, has always been beautiful. Even at 54, she looks like she's in her early 40s. Yoga instructor. Takes care of herself. Gets compliments everywhere she goes. Men have always paid attention to her. My dad died when I was 19. Heart attack. Sudden. Devastating. Mom was 41 and suddenly a widow. She never remarried. Said she could never replace Dad. That he was her soulmate and she'd rather be alone than settle for less. I believed her. When I introduced her to Marcus at a family dinner, she was enthusiastic in a way that felt supportive. Motherly. This is wonderful, honey. He seems so successful. So stable. You deserve someone who can take care of you. They got along great. She'd invite him to family events. He'd invite her to company functions when I couldn't make it. They'd text about birthday gift ideas for me. Normal family stuff. Or so I thought. We got married after 18 months of dating. Small ceremony. Just family and close friends. Mom helped me plan everything. She was so involved. So excited. She cried during the ceremony. I thought it was because she was happy for me. Because I was starting my life with someone wonderful. Now I know she was crying because she was marrying off her daughter to her own lover. The first year of marriage was good. We bought a house. Settled into routines. Marcus worked long hours, but that was expected for a CEO. I didn't mind. I had my own career. My own friends. My own life. Mom came over for dinner every Sunday. Family tradition. She and Marcus would talk business since she'd started doing consulting work for various companies. I'd cook. We'd eat together. It felt normal. Year 2 was more of the same. Marcus traveled more for work. I got a promotion. We talked about starting a family soon. Everything seemed fine. Year 3 was when I started noticing things. Marcus was on his phone constantly, smiling at texts, taking calls in another room. When I'd ask who it was, he'd say clients or board members or business partners. He'd come home smelling like perfume sometimes. Floral. Expensive. Not mine. When I asked about it, he said it was from hugging female colleagues at work events. That he couldn't be rude and refuse. He started working even later. Missing dinners. Canceling plans. But here's the thing. I trusted him. Completely. He was my husband. The man who'd pursued me. Married me. Built a life with me. I never suspected he was cheating. I definitely never suspected who he was cheating with. The discovery happened 2 months ago on a Tuesday. I came home early from work. Migraine. My boss told me to go home and rest. I texted Marcus to let him know, but he didn't respond. Normal. He was probably in meetings. I took some medication and went to lie down in our bedroom. That's when I heard it. Voices downstairs. Low. Intimate. I thought maybe Marcus had come home early too. Maybe brought a colleague to work from home. He did that sometimes. I went downstairs to say hello. The voices were coming from his study. The door was cracked open. I heard Marcus say something, and then a woman laughed. Not just any laugh. My mother's laugh. I froze. What was Mom doing here in the middle of the day? She hadn't mentioned stopping by. Her car wasn't in the driveway. How had she gotten in? I pushed the door open. And there they were. Marcus sitting in his desk chair. My mother straddling him. Her dress hiked up. His hands on her waist. Kissing. Not a peck. Not a friendly kiss. A deep, passionate kiss that told me everything I needed to know about how long this had been going on. They didn't hear me at first. I stood there watching them for what felt like hours, but was probably only seconds. Then Marcus opened his eyes and saw me. He shoved Mom off his lap, so hard she stumbled. The look on his face. Pure panic. Mom turned around and went white. Honey, I can explain. That's what she said. My mother, sitting on my husband's lap, with her lipstick smeared. Those were her first words. I didn't say anything. I couldn't. My brain couldn't process what I was seeing. I turned around and walked out. Got in my car. Drove to my best friend Sadie's house. Showed up at her door and said, I think my husband is sleeping with my mom. Sadie pulled me inside. Made me sit down. Made me tea I didn't drink. And listened while I told her what I'd seen. You need to get proof, she said. Before you confront them. You need evidence for the divorce. I went back home at midnight. Marcus was waiting in the living room. We need to talk. No, I said. We really don't. It's not what you think. I saw you. I saw my mother on your lap. Kissing you. In our house. In your study. What else could it possibly be? It was a mistake. A moment of weakness. It didn't mean anything. Bullshit. I went upstairs and locked myself in the guest room. He slept in our bedroom. I could hear him pacing all night. The next morning I called in sick to work. Marcus left for the office early. Coward. I went into his study and started looking. His laptop was password protected, but I knew his passwords. He'd given them to me years ago for emergencies. I opened his email. Started searching. Found a folder labeled P. Inside were hundreds of emails. Going back 6 years. 6 years. I'd only been married 4 years. We'd only dated for 18 months before that. They'd been sleeping together for 6 years. Since before he even met me. I read through the emails with shaking hands. The early ones were professional. Mom had reached out about consulting work. Marcus had responded. They'd met for coffee. Then drinks. Then dinner. Then the emails got flirty. You looked beautiful today. I can't stop thinking about you. This is wrong, but I don't want to stop. Then they got sexual. Descriptions of what they'd done. What they wanted to do. Plans for hotel meetings. Then I found the email that destroyed me completely. From Mom to Marcus. Dated 5 years ago. I know you're dating my daughter now. I know this complicates things. But I can't give you up. Please don't end this. We can be careful. She never has to know. His response. I don't want to end it either. You're right. We'll be careful. This can work. They'd discussed me. Discussed how to hide their affair while he dated me. While he proposed to me. While he married me. I was never a wife. I was a cover. A way for them to keep seeing each other without raising suspicion. I called Sadie. You need to see this, I said. She came over. Read through the emails. Her face got paler with each one. This is sick, she said. This is so sick. I called my dad's sister. My Aunt Karen. Told her everything. Sent her screenshots. She called me back within an hour. I knew, she said. I knew something was wrong. Your mom has been different for years. Secretive. I thought maybe she was dating someone, but didn't want to tell anyone yet. I never imagined it was Marcus. What do? I asked. You burn them both, she said. You make sure everyone knows what they did. I hired a lawyer that afternoon. Best divorce attorney in the city. She reviewed the emails and said this is a strong case. Adultery. You'll get everything in the divorce. I don't care about the money, I said. I want them exposed. That I can't help you with, she said. That's personal. But I can make sure he pays in the settlement. I moved out that same day. Packed my essentials. Left my wedding ring on the kitchen counter. Went to stay with Aunt Karen. Marcus called 47 times that evening. I didn't answer. Mom called too. 33 times. Texts begging me to talk to her. To let her explain. There's nothing to explain, I texted back. You've been sleeping with my husband since before we got married. You encouraged me to marry him. You sat in the front row at my wedding. You came to Sunday dinners and played happy family while betraying me every single day. She tried calling again. I blocked her. The divorce papers were served 2 days later. Marcus tried to fight them. Called me. Showed up at Karen's house. Sent flowers. Sent letters. I ignored all of it. Mom tried to. Showed up at my office. Security escorted her out when I refused to see her. She sent a 10-page letter trying to explain. It started as a professional relationship. We didn't mean to fall in love. We tried to fight it. By the time you met him, we were already in too deep. We couldn't stop. We thought we could have both. You and us. We thought everyone could be happy. I burned the letter. Marcus's company had an annual charity gala scheduled for 6 weeks after I found out. It's a huge event. 500 guests. Major donors. Press coverage. The company raises millions for various charities. Marcus gives a big speech. It's basically his night to shine. I'd gone every year we'd been married. As his wife. His partner. Standing next to him, smiling for photos. This year, I wasn't invited. Obviously. But here's what Marcus didn't know. I still had my employee access badge from when I'd done some contract HR work for his company 2 years ago. Badge access never got deactivated. And the gala was being held at a hotel. Public venue. Sadie asked what I was going to do. I'm going to make them famous, I said. She looked at me. You're going to crash the gala? I'm going to do more than crash it. I spent 3 weeks preparing. Hired a private investigator to document Marcus and Mom together. Got photos of them at hotels, restaurants, his office after hours, her apartment. Compiled a timeline. 6 years of affair. 2 years before my relationship with Marcus even started. 4 years of marriage where they were both lying to my face. Created a presentation. Professional. Clean. Devastating. The night of the gala, I dressed in the most beautiful dress I owned. Did my hair and makeup perfectly. Looked like I was attending as a guest. Sadie came with me. Moral support. We walked in using my old badge. No one questioned it. I'd worked with these people. They knew me. The event was in full swing. Cocktail hour. Everyone mingling. I saw Marcus across the room. He looked good. Confident. Successful. Playing the part of the charitable CEO. Then I saw my mother. She was there. As his date. Wearing a stunning gown. Smiling. Talking to his colleagues. Playing the part of his partner. My blood went cold. 6 weeks after I caught them, and she was already public with him. Sadie grabbed my arm. Are you sure about this? I've never been more sure of anything. The dinner portion started. Marcus gave his opening remarks. Thanked everyone for coming. Talked about the charities they were supporting. Then came the donor recognition portion. Big screen. Slideshow. Names and amounts. I'd planned this perfectly. During a transition, I walked up to the AV booth. Told the tech I was with the company and needed to add one more slide. He didn't question it. Plugged in my USB drive. I walked to the stage as the donor slideshow ended. Marcus was standing at the podium. Saw me approaching. His face went confused, then panicked. I took the microphone before he could stop me. Good evening, everyone, I said. My voice steady. Confident. The room went quiet. For those who don't know me, I'm Sarah Mitchell. I was Marcus Mitchell's wife until 2 months ago when I discovered he'd been having an affair. Gasps from the audience. Marcus tried to take the microphone. I stepped away. Now affairs happen, I continued. People make mistakes. But this affair was special. You see, the other woman wasn't just anyone. It was my mother, Patricia. I pointed to where Mom was sitting. Every head in the room turned. She was frozen, staring at me in horror. And here's the really special part. They've been sleeping together for 6 years. Which is interesting because Marcus and I have only been married for 4 years. We only dated for 18 months before that. More gasps. Whispers spreading through the crowd. So they were having an affair 2 years before he even met me. And then when he did meet me, he continued sleeping with my mother. Through our entire relationship. Through our engagement. Through our wedding. Through 4 years of marriage. I signaled to the AV tech. The screen behind me lit up. Photos. Time stamped. Marcus and Mom at hotels. Kissing in his car. Walking into her apartment. Dates going back 6 years. Some of you might be wondering how a man could marry his mistress's daughter, I said. Well, I was wondering that too. So, I did some digging. The next slide was an email. From Mom to Marcus. Dating Sarah gives us cover. No one will suspect we're together if you're married to her daughter. We can keep seeing each other, and everyone will think you're just a devoted family man. The room erupted. People shouting. Some standing up. Marcus trying to grab me. Security holding him back. So I just wanted to say congratulations to the CEO and his longtime mistress, I said. May you enjoy the reputation you've earned. I dropped the microphone and walked off stage. Sadie was waiting in the wings. We left through a side exit. Behind us I could hear chaos. Shouting. Someone crying. I didn't look back. The video went viral by morning. Someone at the gala recorded the whole thing on their phone. Posted it online. Within 12 hours it had been viewed millions of times. The comments were brutal. This is the most savage revenge I've ever seen. Imagine marrying your mother's lover and not knowing for 4 years. The CEO and the mom deserve each other. Both trash. I hope she takes everything in the divorce. Marcus's company went into crisis mode. Emergency board meeting. He was forced to take a leave of absence pending an investigation into whether he'd misused company resources for his affair. Turns out he had. Hotel rooms charged to the company card. Dinners. Gifts. All justified as business expenses. The board fired him within a week. His reputation was destroyed. Every article about him now mentions the gala incident, the affair, the betrayal. He can't get another CEO position. No company wants that PR nightmare. Mom lost all her consulting clients. No one wants to work with the woman who slept with her son-in-law. Her friends stopped talking to her. Family members cut her off. She's essentially been exiled. My dad's family won't speak to her. Aunt Karen told her she's dead to them. The divorce is almost final. I'm getting the house, half his assets, alimony for 5 years. My lawyer said the affair plus the public humiliation gave us incredible leverage. Marcus just wanted it over. He tried to apologize once. Sent a letter through his lawyer. I know what we did was unforgivable. I know I destroyed your life and your trust. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I just want you to know that I did love you in my own way. Even if it was selfish and wrong. I threw it away. Mom tried too. Sent a video message. She was crying. Makeup running. Looking more broken than I'd ever seen her. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I never meant to hurt you. I thought I could have both. I thought you'd never find out. I thought everyone could be happy. I know that's selfish. I know that's wrong. I know I destroyed my relationship with my daughter. But please, please talk to me. You're all I have left. I deleted it without finishing. People ask me if I regret the gala. If I think it was too harsh. Too public. Too cruel. My answer is always the same. They had 6 years of secrets. 6 years of lies. 6 years of betraying me while I trusted them both completely. They deserve 6 years of public shame. Marcus's career is over. Good. He used his position and his company resources to conduct an affair with his wife's mother. Mom's reputation is destroyed. Good. She betrayed her daughter in the worst possible way and encouraged me to marry her lover. Some people say I should have handled it privately. But they did this for 6 years. 6 years. They sat at my wedding. Smiled in photos. Came to Sunday dinners. Celebrated holidays. Played happy family. All while sleeping together behind my back. So no. I don't regret the gala. I regret trusting them. I regret not seeing the signs. I regret 4 years of marriage to a man who is using me as cover to sleep with my mother. But I don't regret making sure the world knows exactly who they are. I'm doing better now. Sold a house. Too many memories. Bought a condo downtown. Fresh start.
Got a new job.
Better position. Better company. Better people.
Started therapy.
Lots of therapy. Turns out discovering your husband and mother have been having an affair since before your marriage creates some complex trauma. Dr. Williams says I'm making good progress. You've processed the betrayal she told me last week. Now we work on rebuilding trust. I don't know if I'll ever trust like that again. How could I? The two people who were supposed to love me most destroyed me. But I'm trying. Went on a date last week. First one since the divorce. Nice guy. Works in finance. Doesn't know my family history. Not sure if it'll go anywhere, but it felt good to try. Marcus and Mom are still together apparently. Living together in some apartment across town. Neither working. Living off his severance and her savings. Aunt Karen said they look miserable. Good. They wanted to be together so badly, they destroyed a family to do it. Now they have exactly what they wanted. Each other. And nothing else. No careers. No reputation. No family support. No friends. Just each other and the knowledge that they destroyed an innocent person's life to be together. I hope it was worth it. My cousin asked me last week if I'd ever forgive them. Never. Not Mom for encouraging me to marry her lover. Not Marcus for marrying me while sleeping with my mother. Not either of them for 4 years of lies and betrayal. Some things are unforgivable. This is one of them. So, AITA for exposing my mother's affair with my husband at his company Gala after discovering they'd been together since before we got married? According to Marcus's family, yes. I'm vindictive and cruel and destroyed his career over a private matter. According to my mother's remaining friends, yes. I'm angry and vengeful and should have handled it quietly. According to random internet strangers who think public humiliation is always wrong, yes. But according to me? According to the woman who married her mother's lover without knowing? According to the daughter whose mother sat at her wedding while sleeping with the groom? According to the wife who hosted Sunday dinners for her husband and his mistress for 4 years?
No.
Not even close. They earned every second of that exposure. They planned it. They executed it. They maintained it for 6 years. I just made sure everyone knew the truth. And if that makes me vindictive, then fine. I'd rather be vindictive than be the fool who stayed quiet while they continued their lies. Some betrayals deserve to be exposed. This was one of them. They wanted to keep their affair secret while destroying my life. I just decided their secret wasn't worth protecting anymore. Because when two people betray you that completely, that systematically, that deliberately, they don't get to control the narrative anymore. They don't get to ask for privacy. They don't get to demand discretion. They gave up that right the moment they decided their desires mattered more than my entire existence. So, yes, I exposed them. Publicly.
Brutally.
Completely. And I'd do it again.